Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hi, hey, hello. My name is Morgan Miller Maqsood. I am a convert to Islam for close to about 6 years now. I'm literally stopping the movie that I'm watching because I actually physically can't watch anymore to come on here and share with you guys some of my perspective that is just bursting and bubbling to the top right now as I'm watching this astaghfirullah god-awful movie that just about maybe 6 years ago, 6.5, 7 years ago, probably would have laughed quite a bit. And I know I watched the previous one, the first one, and laughed at it. Astaghfirullah ya Rabb. Anyways, as somebody who was raised Christian majority of my life and then left the religion and kind of just connected to Western society and really got pulled into this dunya and then had a massive Pandora's box of realizations, all I can think about now is how this movie and every single scene that I have watched thus far is a perfect representation of how Islam is literally the opposite of everything this toxic Western world has pushed us to accept and believe is normal. First and foremost, you want to talk youth behavior? I see a lot of kind of ignorant boys on here talking about youths and calling men who really don't deserve it youths, right? No, let me show you a youth or do my best to explain the scene. Because I'm not going to show it on here, honestly. This movie, the scene starts off with like this really ridiculous thing happening with like a moose, I guess. I don't know, whatever. And his wife, they had to use some of her bras to like get him to stop. Whatever, stupid, right? Of course, it had to involve a woman's underwear, of course. And of course, she's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And every inch of her body is shown off to the fullest, because of course they have to do that. Capitalizing off of exposing women is like the coolest here. Long story short, when they get this moose thing out of the house, the mailman is there and he's like, "Is that your wife's bra?" And the husband is like, "Yeah, bro." And the wife is like, feeling obviously uncomfortable. First, like for 2 seconds, the husband's like, "That's not cool," you know? And then he's like, yeah. And then he high fives him and the wife is just disgusted. And the other guy's like, gross. But no, exposing your wife's affairs and showing off her body to everybody and encouraging the mailman to ogle her, so cool. I'm going to skip over the million different examples in between because honestly, every scene had me like, alhamdulillah, my husband literally fell asleep from the very beginning. So I've just been watching it like, the scene that made me quit, okay, was basically this guy was getting all of his older men bros to come together and they were going to his daughter's dance recital. They get there and it's a bunch of really little girls in these itty bitty little ballerina outfits. And all the men are looking like just suspiciously, disgustingly, pervertedly man-like, ogling something. And then it pans over to this absolutely stunning, mashallah, woman with her breast up to her chin, completely everything is like exposed. She's in this itty bitty ballet outfit. And you can imagine the way that she is just overtly sexualized the entire time. And she's loving every second of it. And the old, nasty, perverted men right there beside their wives who are oblivious, clapping and cheering their daughters on innocently. And we're supposed to be laughing at the guys being like, at this beautiful woman that they don't deserve to even remotely be in her presence, much less looking at her body. Videoing it, like, anyways, khalas, I could go on about this for like literally the next 10 minutes, but you get the picture. Taking a step back from what I have been taught and convinced is normal and what I should not only accept, but like adamantly convince everyone else is better than Islam, at this point has me horrified. The Western world has truly convinced majority of women that the more they expose and the more they give away for free, the more they sexualize themselves and objectify themselves, the more powerful they are. It's this idea that that's how we're taking our power back, when in reality, we are literally packaging up exactly what the male gaze thrives off of and wants and handing it over to them for free. It's grotesque and it's wild to me. Whenever people have the audacity to insult me because of my conversion to Islam, and they insult me and majority of convert women's intelligence and all of our growth and all of our research and work we've done unpacking all of this. I get lots of comments that are like, why are all these beautiful women converting to Islam? Like they just want to be oppressed. Habibi, all of us Muslimas are beautiful because we know our power and we have taken it back. We are connected to the creator of the universe and we understand now that this dunya and the disgusting leaders and majority of the men in it are not in here for the betterment of us. They're not here to uplift us. So we chose a better path and they can't stand it. Alhamdulillah for the guidance to Islam. Alhamdulillah for being a Muslimah.